we're going to be working on page 204. Quincy had half a box of cereal to eat over 6 days. He splits the half box equally in portions. How much will he eat each day? So he has he has half, and he's dividing it by 6. That's my number model, and I gotta remember keep, change, flip. So I keep my half, I change my symbol, and I flip my next number. The 6 is really 6 over 1, so I'm going to write it as 1/6. Multiply straight across, and I get 1/12. So each day he'll eat 1/12 of a box of cereal. Here we're just subtracting. Make sure you keep your place values aligned, but also regroup. I can't take 9 from 4, so I'm going to come over, regroup. 14 minus 9 makes 5. 7 minus 1, or 1 minus 7. I said that wrong, I'm sorry. I can't have one gummy bear and give you 7, so I go next door and get 10 more. 11 minus 2 now is 4. Bring down the decimal. 3 minus 9, can't do that. Go next door, can't get 10 more. So I go next door again. And the 0 is going to take 10. And then, now that I have 10 here, I'm going to take my 10 and make that a 9, and then my 10 goes here. 13 minus 9 is 4. 9 minus 9 is 0, and 5 minus 5 is 0 as well. So I can just erase those, and my answer would be 4 and 45 hundredths. Now some subtraction here. 9 minus 3 and 52 hundredths. Insert the decimal. Insert some zeros. I have 0 gummy bears and you want 2. You can't do that, so I go next door, and next door doesn't have any. So since next door doesn't have anything, we gotta borrow from the 9. The 9 becomes an 8. This becomes a 10. Now I can borrow from the 10. That makes it a 9, and this makes 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. Bring down the decimal. 8 minus 3 is 5. Or 5 and 48 hundredths. Rewrite the problem with a common denominator, then solve. 2 and 7/8. So what's going to be my common denominator? I don't know why I said 7/8. It's 2 and 7 are my denominator, sorry. Goodness gracious, gotta go high there. So my common denominator is 14. So half, how does half, we get a denominator of 14. I'm going to do that on scratch paper because I'm running out of room now, and I don't want to make this sloppy. But first, before I subtract, I want to find improper fractions. 2 times 12 is 24, plus 1 is 25. 9 times 3 is 63, plus 3 more is 66. Now we need our common denominator, which is 14. How does 2 become 14? Well, we multiply by 7. What we do to the denominator, we do to the numerator. And I know my quarters pretty well. If I have 7 quarters, I have $1.75. So 25 times 7 is 175. Now I have 66 sevenths. Times something gives me 14. Well, I have to multiply this by 2. What I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. Now 66 times 2, 132. And now we would do the subtracting. 175 over 14 minus 132 over 14. Make sure when you subtract, you write neatly and line up your place values. 5 minus 2 is 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. So we're left with 43/14. Now that's improper, so I need to divide. So 14 times 2 is 28. Let's see if we can get closer with 14 times 3. 14 times 3 is 42. So we have 3 and 1 14th. Round 2,813 and 965 thousandths to the nearest hundred. Well, the 8 is in the hundredths place. A 1 is behind it, so the 1 makes it stay the same. So I have 2,800. Now round to the nearest hundredth. I have a 6 there. What's behind the 6? A 5. 5 or more, let it soar. So that 6 becomes a 7. And then all the other digits stay the same. So 2,813 and 97 hundredths. Round to the nearest 1. I have a 3. Behind the 3 is a 9. So that 9 makes the 3 soar or become a 4. 2,814. Round to the nearest 10th. I have a 9 in the 10th place. Behind the 10th is a 6. So it's 5 or more, let it soar. So that 6 makes the 9 become a 10, which then changes the 3 to a 4. That one gets tricky when you have a 9 and it changes. Use the points on the grid to fill in the missing coordinates on the table. X is 0. So here is my 0 on the X. I wonder where that could be. If I go this way, that's X, but my 0 is right here, so I have to go up. My X is 0, my Y is 10. My Y is 8, so my X is 1. My X is 2, what's my Y? 6, good job, I'm just double checking. 3 is on my X, up to 4. 2 on the Y, down to 4. 5 on the X, 0 on the Y. Write a story that could represent this. It could be something about feeding an animal. It could be about on day 0 of school, I had 10 pencils. On day 1 of school, I had how many? 8. On day 2, I had 6 pencils. On day 3, I had 4 pencils. That could be something how you're doing. It would be about losing something or giving something away.